Congratulations to you if you are watching this video. I will show you necessary apps to create AI videos. Some of you might want to do storytelling like me. Go through my videos, they are interesting stories. So in this video, I will be teaching you how to create interesting stories like mine. And I will be telling you all the apps and sites you will be using without stress. The best thing you can do is to follow me to the end and learn all you need. First of all, AI videos draw more attention now, especially when you make your story interesting. That is the #1 secret you need to know. If you look very well, you will see that I myself talking to you is generated with AI. You see how good and fluent this my teaching is? You yourself can also do the same. If you look very well, everything in this video was generated. This laptop you are seeing on this desk is generated. This office I'm in is generated. I myself is generated. So without wasting much of your time, I will be listing the apps you will be needing to make interesting story videos. But first of all, you will need to have a smartphone. Anybody watching this video already has a smartphone or a laptop. Some of you might be thinking that a smartphone is only an iPhone. No, that your Android is also a smartphone. But if your phone is hanging, you need to change it. Because if you don't, you will spend much time trying to do what others does within minutes. So you need a phone that is really smart enough, or a laptop. Secondly, you need to make up your mind that you want to venture into this. Because this is not what you should take for granted. You have to prepare your mind and take it seriously. So the #1 app for this AI story generation is ChatGPT. Yes, ChatGPT is the first app you should install in your phone if you really want to do this. Most of you don't know how powerful ChatGPT is. ChatGPT is the app where you will arrange your story, the rough sketch of the story you want to generate. ChatGPT is the app that you're using to write your story in words. ChatGPT is the app where you will arrange your story. ChatGPT is the app to use to generate the rough sketch of the story you want. All you need to do is to tell ChatGPT the kind of story you want. Meanwhile, you already know the kind of story you want to tell. But before you ask ChatGPT to write your story, you must know and understand some key points. The #1 key fact you should know and understand is called dialogue between two or more people. Some of you will be like, we already know what it means, but trust me, you will still understand why I'm explaining this. #2 fact is called scenes. For those of us that studied literature in school, you already know what scenes is. A scene is a place where something happened, a place where dialogue took place. So having known that, the next key point is called the characters. Characters are known as the people involved in the story. The people in that scene is known as the people who had the dialogue. They are the characters. The next one is called prompts. Some of you watching me now might be confused, but don't worry, I will break everything down for you. You will have generate the prompts of your characters and the prompts of your scenes. I will tell you how. If you are finding this teaching interesting, I will enjoin you to subscribe to this channel and turn your notification on so that whenever I drop an update, you will be among the first people to receive. Storytelling is very sweet if you learn the right way to do it. So now listen attentively because I'm about to break down to a layman's understanding. When you open your ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to give you an interesting story of your choice. For example, give me an interesting story of a village's mysterious staff. Allow it to generate the story for you, which will take ChatGPT seconds to do. Then read the story a little and find out if it's really interesting. If you find it interesting, then you move to the next step, which I call the conversion stage. In this stage, you will tell ChatGPT to convert this story to dialogue and scenes. Then allow it to do the conversion, which will be ready within. Having done that, we move to the next step called prompts. Now you will tell ChatGPT to give you the image prompts of the story and make the characters constant. Allow it to generate them, which will be ready within seconds. Then we move to the next step. Having generated the image prompt, you will see that there is a prompt for each of the characters involved in the story. And also there is a prompt for each scene in the story. Now the next step is using those prompts to generate images of the characters and images of the scenes, which is very easy to do. Now you have to listen attentively because most people get stuck here because they didn't get the gist properly. What you have to do is to scroll up in that story and locate that particular place you wrote, give me the image prompts of the story, and locate the first prompt it gave you, which is probably the prompt of the main characters. Now copy the prompt for the first character it gave you. For some of us that doesn't know what prompt is simply a description of a particular thing. So the prompt of the first character is the description of the character, how she should look like. Copy the prompt of the first character from beginning to where it ends. Only the first character, please, before you will go and copy all the characters joining together. Now paste the prompt of the first character. Paste it in that same chat, then that particular thing you pasted. Drag your cursor to the beginning and write, give me the image of. Stop there. This will make ChatGPT know you switch to image creation. Then send it. Then allow it to generate the image of the first character you sent. This will take seconds. Then same to the next character till you are done generating the image of all the characters in the story. Now we move to the next. Having generated the images of the characters, now it's time to generate the images of the scenes. Now scroll up the prompt of the last character you generated. Under it, you will see the prompt for scene 1. Copy it and paste in the chat, then send. Allow ChatGPT to generate the scene image you just sent. And once it's done, you have to do the same thing to scene 2, scene 3, and so on. Now you have to save all these scenes you generated in your gallery, because that is what you will be using to generate the real videos for your story. Having saved them in your gallery, we will move on to the next, but not in this video. That's why I said subscribe and set your notifications will come soon in my next video, because the full teaching will come fully in my next video. The apps and sites you will be needing to generate these videos effortlessly will be in my next video. Extend this video to other people so they can learn as well. And don't forget that your main aim of going into content creation is to make money from it, especially on YouTube and Facebook. When you make your story interesting and generate it well, people would like to follow you and engage on your videos. I'm really hungry. I want to go and eat. Please see you in my next video. I forgot, I am AI generated and AI doesn't get hungry. Have a great day.